Recording. All right. All right. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you guys? We are going to jump right into it. I am here today with my friend Jessie Ray and Ina, and I'm so excited. We had a couple people that weren't able to hop on the live Zoom, so we do want to ask if it's okay with you guys if we record this. So just give us, the thumbs up if that's okay, and we will get that going, and then we'll send this out in the replay, so you guys, if you have to hop off or whatever, you can catch it later. And then two ways you can ask questions. If you're not familiar with Zoom, you can ask in the chat, and then also on the bottom of most devices, it might be a little bit different. If it's not on the bottom, it's probably in the top right. You'll see the reactions button, and that's where you can click raise hand and you can ask a question that way. But if you're not comfortable with that or don't want to turn your camera on, you can totally just ask your questions in the chat. And then before we get to your guys' question, we are going to answer the top three questions that we get. So I'm going to get us started. I'm going to kick it off here. If you guys don't know who I am, my name's Jennifer. I am from Kentucky, and I have been doing affiliate marketing and network marketing for the last 4.5 years, and I absolutely love it. However, how I got here in the digital marketing space is the strategy that I was using had just completely stopped working. If you are familiar with network marketing, and even affiliate marketing, you aren't in, it's not in your control. And with network marketing, you have uplines and downlines and team building. And you could be, hustling and grinding and doing all the things that you need to do. But if your team isn't, it does affect your paycheck. And let's be real, that sucks. And there's just nothing you can do about it, right? And then affiliate marketing, you're making a small percentage off someone else's product. So anyways, I've been doing both. And I found myself in the DMs a lot, like on my phone. Not that you have to be on your phone for hours and hours a day. And definitely with what we're doing now, we can teach you how to stay out of the DMs. But I was all in, and that's what I thought being all in meant. And so to me, even though I didn't think at the time I was doing this, I felt like, in a way that I was chasing for customers or chasing for, prospects or, people to do the business, trying to convince them and talk them into why this is great and they can make money. And you don't have to do any of that, guys. So I just want to make sure you guys understand that, because that has been exciting. So I didn't know any other way. I just knew that what I was doing had stopped working. I talked to my uplines and worked on my mindset, trying to see if I had any type of mental blocks. And it just kind of like didn't dawn on me for way too late that I probably just needed, it was time to learn some new skills, right? I don't know why I thought I just had it all figured out. And no, I didn't. My business started crumbling. And so I had to pivot and do something different because I was on the hamster wheel, super frustrated last year, super overwhelmed, and just like disappointed. I'm 44 years old. I just thought I would be further along by now, anyways. And so I followed a girl on Facebook, and she had been with two other network marketing companies, and she had teams of thousands. She was making six figures. And then all of a sudden I saw her posting about digital marketing. And to be honest with you, I had no idea what that even meant. So if you're on here today and you're like, I don't even know what digital marketing is, like completely brand new to it, just to simplify it, it doesn't matter if you're doing network marketing and affiliate marketing, if you're a real estate agent, car salesman, whatever your job is, if you are marketing yourself in the online space, you are essentially doing digital marketing. What makes what we do a little bit different is we are selling digital products, and we can get into that. But anyways, that's how I started. And I had a ton of questions for her. So I want you guys to know there are no silly questions. Please ask us anything that is on your mind, because it didn't land for me for a while what it even was. And I'll be honest with you, A lot of people make the mistake of thinking that people are buying these digital courses to just turn around and sell the digital courses. And that is just kind of like a huge bonus, in my opinion. But that is not why I initially purchased. I didn't even know that, like, it still didn't land until I was like in week one. I was like, oh, okay, this what? And I can make 100% profit? What are you talking about? I was stuck in my business on the hamster wheel, needed to learn how to do something different. And so I bought the program to teach me attraction marketing skills so I could get the heck out of the DMs all day and learn how to attract people to me. So when I did that, and when I got into the program, that's when I learned about MRR, which, if you don't know what MRR is, it just stands for master resale rights. And so with some of the programs that, like the one we have, the Legacy Builders program, you get 100% profit. So say you invest one time and you get one customer, that's 100% profit, and you are in profit mode. So that was kind of like, it took me a while to wrap my brain around that, because I was so used to affiliate marketing, network marketing, where you're making, 20, 40% commission, and you can make a lot of money doing that. You can make a lot more money without having to hustle and grind so much with the digital products. And heck, you can be like me and do all of it. So also another way, one of the top questions that we get is how are you making 100% profit? And so we pay a one-time $39.99 website fee. The reason we pay that one-time website fee is because the Legacy Builders program has built our website. If anybody here, who else is like not tech savvy? I'm definitely not. I have even had trouble with this Zoom thing, but whatever. So just know you don't have to have experience. You definitely don't have to be tech savvy, and you could be a complete beginner. And so we pay that $39.99, and they build our website. They have it set up with automations, which I didn't even know what any of that meant. And that's basically what gets you your time back. It's a sales funnel that they have built, and they have set up with 30 automations. So when you get people onto your email list, and we teach you how to do this, the program teaches you how to do this in a simple way. They go through the customer journey through those automatic emails. And so essentially your system's working for you. That's when you hear that on people's videos, it's the truth. It's working for you 24/7. So while you're, like Ina is, her kids are at the, I forgot where you said they were, but she's waiting for her kids to get out of practice somewhere.
The piano.
Yeah, at piano class, you could be sleeping and making money. That's super cool. Like when that first happened, I was like, hell yeah. Like, this is awesome. So yeah, I'll stop there. I'm going to pass it over to Ina, and she is going to talk about how you can do this in just a couple hours a day.
Hi guys, I'm Ina Taneswood. I got very excited about digital marketing when I've heard that you can only make this business work when you work 2 hours a day. I was like, this is impossible. This is like big BS. I don't believe it. Yes, I didn't go to school for marketing. I went to school for finance. So I know you have to put your time in order to get the money. And I used to was getting lots of money. However, then I got more into it, and I was researching, and I was asking people, and like, wait, hold on. How is that possible that this whole business is automated? It is automated. It's working for you 24/7. And for you to keep up with this business, you only have to spend like approximately 2 hours a day. In order to do that, you need to create like three little videos. It is 1, 2, 3, one in the morning, noon, and in the evening, afternoon. That's what you have to do. You have to do some training, which is usually half an hour a day or so. And then you have to go for 1 hour live. And that's what keeps your customers going. That's how they call it the attraction marketing, is because if you're live, they're going to hear what you have to say, and they're going to come by themselves. You don't have to attract them. Those people are coming by themselves to you. So that's how the digital marketing, attraction marketing works. And the 2 hour of work. With that also, you have another half an hour left only for doing all the emails and maybe some DMs, and if you want to send out some newsletters. So basically, this is why I was attracted to this business. And it was, yeah, it was a big thing for me because I have little kids and I have lots of activities after school. And I don't have time to be in the office from 9 to 5. And I don't have time to spend in front of the computer more than like 5 hours a day. So here you go, the 2 hours a day, and my business is working 24/7. And you can make on average 900 a day. Perfection. That's all I
I
have to
love
say. Unless you have any questions.
I love it. I love it. Yeah, the 2 hour workday, that was hard for me to wrap my head around too, because I was just like hustling and grinding. When you hear Jesse's story, like, gosh, she was really going to town. But also, I wanted to touch on, if you are someone like, if you're an introvert, I'm an introvert. I don't know if anybody else on here is, but sometimes it makes people nervous to go live. So I do want to reiterate that, if that is you, you don't necessarily have to go live. There is in our program a whole module on faceless marketing, and you can start there and you can stay there if you want to. There's people that are making money doing faceless content, in my opinion. Now the girls can chime in on this, but I do think you will build faster with more momentum, and probably also, I mean, please prove me wrong on this, make more money if you're showing up live, just because that's what's going to build that know, like, and trust, because people want to know who they're buying from. And sometimes that could be, you got to make sure you're connecting in your content. And when it's faceless, that can be a little more tricky, but there's lots of people doing that. Did
Can
you
I say
wait?
something to
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Go ahead, girl.
Okay, no, I just want to tell you. So TikTok came out with the new rules and regulations, and some of those rules and regulations is that during your life you cannot drink anything. They're gonna ban you. You cannot be in your car. It's not only driving. It's like you cannot be in your car. They're gonna ban you. So I think actually there is gonna be more and more people doing lives, but faceless lives. Like they're gonna put the picture, and behind the picture, it's gonna be their life, but they're gonna have their coffee in the morning and they're gonna be in a car because this business is all about, I really think so. It's all about for mamas that are very busy and they don't have time to spend like 2 hours a day, like, and work. It's like you do 15 minutes there, 20 minutes there. I'm doing right now 1 hour of my work, kind of. This is considered my work while my kids are doing piano. So it's like I can't, like, there's no other way I can do it. It has to be in a car. I'm not going to be sitting on the sidewalk and doing on the street, right? So.
That might be eye catching. It might grab some attention. I love that you say that. That's such a good point, because I have seen people not only that do digital marketing, but also affiliate marketing go live. And like the affiliate marketing, you don't see their face, but you see them talking about the
Yep,
product. Or I've seen digital marketers like show the community, or like how our program works, like that
yep,
kind of stuff. So there's
yep,
workarounds there for sure. I
yes,
love that.
yeah.
All
Yep.
right, Miss Jessie Ray, my friend Jessie
Jesse.
Ray. So excited for you guys to hear her story and hear her success.
Okay, y'all. So I am kind of similar to these two ladies here, but my first question, like the most popular question that I get in the last 11 months that I have been in this digital marketing industry is how soon will I get paid? Like how soon will I start making money? So I get to ask that all the time. And I just want to be upfront and honest that it's really going to depend on you. Like, I don't know your work ethic. I don't know if you're going to show up every day. I don't know how well you're going to absorb the information that you're taking in. So, what I can say is for me, I started the training On day 9, I got my first customer. I got $300 and I was like jumping up and down because I was able to get that. And I was like, I know this works. And then y'all, in my first month, I think I made, it was like $4,500, I think. And then I think it was my second month, it was like over 7,000. And then it's just been an ongoing thing since my very first day, like my very first day of plugging in and getting it all set up. And that's another thing is we have a, I'm doing a live. I asked them to tell y'all not to come in. Okay, y'all. So what we do is I'm in a camper. So you can do this anywhere, but like that was my sister. She was about to come in with all kinds of stuff. But anyway,
We work, right? We just roll with the, yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's
wherever.
real life.
That's what I love about it, is because it's flexible. You can do it anywhere. But I do want to say that back to the system. I am not tech savvy, and I could have followed the videos to set the system up myself. But my story begins in May of last year when my husband's job fell through. We were unemployed. We used up all of our savings. We were like broke. And what I had been in network marketing for the last 5 years, and it was a slap in the face because those 16-hour days of grinding was not, you got to go, Dana.
Maybe they are in a car. I don't know if they're gonna. Can you put me on mute? I still want to listen to you, but can you put me on mute?
Well, let's
I'm gonna.
see. Let me get
Yeah,
my,
there you
okay,
go.
I was gonna say, I don't know. I'm not your tech girl either. We'll have to 5 minutes to figure that out.
All the kids in the back. So y'all, this
Hey.
is just moms and momos and just living life, because that's what I
Love
love
it.
about it. It's just flexible. But I went ahead and just paid tech support to set my system up for me so I could dive into the trainings, because what I had been working 5 years for was not holding us over. So I was like, I got to pivot. I got to do something. I've been praying for months because I knew that the comp plan had changed, ingredients in our products had changed, and everything was affecting my pay. And people up and leave, and that's the whole deal about network marketing, as Jennifer said, team building, and just anything can happen. So I knew that I wasn't in control of my business. So I wanted to find something, and I had been praying, and I finally found something. I've been watching a girl for 4 months, but whenever God put that in my face, and husband lost his income and we found ourselves in that bind, I had to do something. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I was scared to death, but I'm going to do it because I see all these people over here having success. So I did it. And like I said, on day 9, after plugging into the training, because we have a 7-day launch to profit training that we go through. So it's designed to get you your money back within a week. But it took me 9 days. Sometimes, some people that happens in a day, some people it happens in 3 days. It's different for everybody, but that is there for you to start on day 1. And you can be in profit mode as soon as you get a customer. It didn't, it was in the first week I got my profit back, like all of it, and I was in profit mode. But I also want to say that you can do this on any platform. Like Jennifer and Ina, they do it on TikTok. My baby is Facebook. So I post 1 time a day. I put 3 to 5 stories up a day. I engage with my audience, and I grow my like, know, and trust that way. So you can go do this on LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, any platform that you want to. You can do it belly to belly. I just needed something that I was comfortable with. I needed something that I could just do in just a couple hours a day. So I already get up at 5 a.m. every day. That's just me. But I get up and my 2 to 3 hour workday is done. And then I get to go live my life. Like right now, I'm just in a camper with my family, about to go eat supper with my mom. And it's just an awesome thing to have this, not having to be plugged in at a 9 to 5, because if I were still in my job, I actually wouldn't be getting off work until right now. And then I would have a 40-minute drive home. And then, then I would be cooking supper and doing homework with the kids and things like that. But I left that grind and I actually get to live my life. I have choices now, and it's just been amazing. And I owe it all to answered prayers that God put this in front of me 11 months ago, and it has completely changed my life. We have been able to pay off debt. My husband's truck is paid off. Credit cards are paid off. We built our savings, or I built our savings back up. Husband is back to work, and just being able to have that opportunity to do that and to have had something to hold us over until he got back to work was just a godsend. It was just a blessing. And I just want to share that. Also, y'all, every 90 days we do a 90-day run. And that's where our mentor, Michelle O'Neill, she's the one that designed this program. She will come on every single day and give you a little short video. And she will tell you what to do, how to grow your business, how to learn that attraction marketing to attract those people to you. So you're not sending DMs all the time. You're not cold messaging people. You're not bugging friends and family. You are using that attraction marketing with your content. And they just they're going to raise their hand and be like, hey, what do you have? And then you send your link to them, and then that gets them into your automated system, what Jennifer was talking about. And that is what does all the selling and telling for you. So that gives you your life back. We call it our freedom machine. So I think it's just amazing to be able to have that, to be able to live our life and go do things that we want now and not have to be stuck in that 9 to 5 grind or 16-hour days and, just waiting for that Friday to get here so you can have the weekend to live your life. It's just God wants more for us, and I'm just glad that we have that.
I love that. Yeah. Instead of just, a lot of people are out here running around just like surviving, and you can get your life back and actually create the life that you want. Like she
Right.
gets up at 5 a.m. That sounds terrible to me. So, everybody's different. You get to do what you want to. I love that I don't have to set an alarm anymore. I get
Right.
up when I want to. I know my income producing activities. I get them done. And then it's like every day, I don't even know half the time what day it is, because it's like every day is a Saturday to us. You know what I mean? So, and that can be for you too. And we have, like, if you already have, multiple jobs, we have a girl, Amy, in our community who had, 2 jobs. She was working like 18 hours a day, which is crazy. I can't even, that just sounds terrible. But she was a single mom, and I think she has 3 or 4 kids, and so she was trying to hold it down. And she saw our mentor's video about a 2-hour workday and this kind of thing, and she was like, I can do that. So people that say they don't have time, if you listen to Amy's story, you absolutely like, you just can't. That's just a bunch of, like, you can prioritize it, right? Especially if you want to create something better for yourself. So she was able to, I can't remember, I think it was maybe 10 months. I don't remember how many months, but less than a year, she was able to not only quit one job, but quit both of those jobs. And she does this full time now and has made 6 figures. So this can be whatever you want it to be. You can work it on the side. You can work it while you're doing your other jobs. You can fit it in. And I love what she said about the 90-day sprint. That's actually one of my favorite things. Even though I've been doing this several months, I still like to plug in and just see if maybe I catch something this round that I didn't catch the last time. Right. And it's simple. Like, I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it, but I actually pulled up. Well, I did have one pulled up. And also in our exclusive bonuses that you'll get, there's also a 30-day marketing strategy. So Jessie talked about the launch to profit in 7 days. She teaches you exactly what to do to get you in profit mode. And then you have 30 more days where she's also included stuff in there that you can do. And if you're doing faceless, there's all of that content too. So you guys can tell me if you'll be able to hear it. I just want to, like, we're not going to play the whole video or anything, but
day 5 of our
did you guys hear it?
The Freedom Sprint. Today we're going to talk about your perfect customer. Yesterday I broke down the steps in your blueprint to success. So I want to really help you over these next few days understand the power of this, because when you do, it makes marketing your business.
So literally you just go in, and she has anywhere, most of the time they're like 2-3 minutes long. This one's a little bit longer, but she's talking about teaching you how to nail down your perfect customer, because we're going to be teaching you how to create content to, again, attract people to you. So you're not chasing a bunch of people. And that is amazing. Also, I wanted to let you guys know, if you are jumping in the next 24 hours, On Thursday, we have a live training that you'll be able to access, which is really cool, on storytelling, which I think is like, it's one of, this is how we attract people, because people want to know, like, and trust you. And they're going to do that by you sharing a little bit about yourself that relates to a problem they have as well. Right.
Mhm.
So the storytelling is so key. So that live training is tomorrow. And then on Monday, I think it's Monday, I think it's Michelle herself, all three of ours mentor. She's made over like 6 million at this point, and she just started in September of 2022. She's doing a live mentoring Zoom. So those are two key things that you'll be able to get if you jump on now. Did you guys have any other questions? I know we covered a lot, but if you want to pop them in the chat, or if you want to raise your hand or whatever. We'll also be sending out this replay, so you can reply back to our email with your questions there, or DM us, whatever you're comfortable with. Again, I get it. I'm an introvert. Took me forever to talk live on a Zoom. I was terrified. All right. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
I do have one question. I do want to add something.
Yeah.
Jen, I'm sorry. I'm still driving and I was looking for how to unmute myself.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Don't you ladies, because you're talking about the storytelling, and I think Jessie Ray, she just had an interview in her community about that, right? Like with one of the best guys. I know Michelle O'Neill is the best, but Daryl isn't like. Jessie, didn't you have just an interview with Daryl in your community? Do you want to talk about that maybe for 1 second?
I did. I had Daryl come into my community, which my community
And maybe you
is
want to
where
say something about your community. I don't know, Jennifer,
Yeah.
do you have a community as well?
I do, on Facebook. I don't have one in school yet.
Yeah, I don't have one either, but Jessie Ray has it. So maybe like that's a good thing to say.
Right.
Yes.
So in this community, they teach us how to have multiple streams of income. And one part of my extra stream of income, so when I got my program, it automatically had 4 streams of income. And then when I got into the program, I learned how to open my own community. And that's where I actually teach people how to use Facebook as a beginner, on how to attract their customer and things like that, just on Facebook. But in my community, I have people that come in and do other trainings. Like she's talking about, I had Daryl come in. He is a 6-figure earner in our Legacy Builder program, giving mentorship, giving free coaching. So I had him come into my community and train everybody that is in there on how to storytell on TikTok. You can use it for Facebook too, but it is exactly his, I think it was 8 steps to his storytelling that he uses to have I think he's over $600,000. I think he did in about a year or so. And he shared all of those exact strategies in my community, and all of my people were able to access that. But he also comes inside of the school community with the Legacy Builder program and coaches there as well. So you will only have a millionaire teaching you what to do. You will have other 6- and 7-figure earners coming in and telling you different things on how to grow your business, how to have multiple streams of income. Y'all, I started with 4. I can't even count how many streams of income I have now. I have residual income. I have affiliates and things like that. My community itself has been monetized, so I make money there. Just in the last 30 days, I just figured this up and put it in my stories. It's probably gone now because they only last 24 hours. But just in this last 30 days with my extra streams of income, I made over $4,000 just by showing up online 2 or 3 hours a day. So to me, that was just, it gives me my life back. And the reason I get up at 5 a.m. is not only is it my clock, I just get up that way anyway, but I like to get up that early and get everything done because I like to just have time with me and the Lord. And at first, gratitude is everything. Mindset is everything. But it allows me to get all of my income producing activities done before the dogs get up, before my husband gets up. My daughter comes over almost every single day. her and my grandkids, they pop in. So about 10 o'clock, I can expect that they're going to show up. I don't want to be trying to work. I don't want to miss out on those things. So I make sure all of my stuff is done. So when they get there, we can go do whatever. And just extra things like this that we're doing today, I can do this. We're on here, going to be on here 30, 45 minutes, and then they're right outside. I can go be with my family again. You know, it just opens that window of opportunity to just design your life. And for 19 years, I was stuck in an office. 5 years, I was stuck on my phone. And for the last 11 and a half months, I get to be me. I get to enjoy my life. So
I love that. And now that you mentioned Daryl, I'll try to pop into the when we send out the replay, his story. It's just a few minutes long, but his story is powerful. I won't, do the spoiler alert, but he went from, I think he was working 17, 20 years for a company and he just got fired out of nowhere, laid off. Like, this is just job security is kind of like, you got to create your own job security at this point. And his marriage was on the rocks and he was even like homeless. And so he shares how he went from that. He had every excuse to not invest in this program, right? Because he needed every penny that he had. And he shares a story about how he went from that to, where he's at now, which, like she said, I know it's at least over 500,000. I'm sure that was like in February or something.
right.
All right. You guys have anything else to add or?
I'm good.
Yeah, when we send out the replay, we will add in, if you get in with us on the Legacy Builders program, because that's our top selling program, and you get all 4 of them included in that. And you also get certified, which is going to set you apart in this industry. And you're going to feel confident because you're going to know what this program is. You're going to know what you're doing, know what to say, and feel more confident when you're selling it. So I love that they added that in. But each of us will send out the replay and show you what extra bonus you can get if you get on with us in the next 24 hours. And we look forward to hearing from you. If you have any questions, we want you to feel safe with your decision. So don't hesitate to reply back to the email or DM us and let us know if there's anything else that's on your mind about it, because we're here for you. All right, ladies. I think that's a wrap. Thank you guys for being here. We appreciate you guys. And we'll see if I can figure out how to stop this recording. Again, don't have to be tech savvy.
Right. It's right at the bottom where it says record. You just
tap it again.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see if I can do this. We'll see you later and we'll get the replay to you guys. See you later. Thank you guys so much.